Welcome back to the Owl Talk podcast. I'm your host, Drew Carpenter. Today, we're sharing with you a segment of one of our episodes of the Leadership Speaker Series. The Leadership Speaker Series is a bi-monthly virtual event featuring an alumni from across the landscape of Sigma Pi. This event is led by CEO, Jonathan M. Frost, who provides a strategic update on the fraternity, followed by an interview with the featured guest. An update on Sigma Pi Educational Foundation is also provided at the end of each event. I hope you enjoy this segment of the Leadership Speaker Series.
I just want to introduce you to Brother Eric Cole. Eric is the Director of Corporate Sponsorships for the Indiana Pacers. He has worked, Eric, if I get this wrong, please let me know, but he has worked with the Pacers before. He has worked with the New Jersey Devils. He's also been with Indy 11, which is a soccer club out of Indianapolis, and was recently brought back on to the Indiana Pacers to join their team in this new capacity and help them grow. And he's married. He already has one child and another one on the way. So this may be a break for you, Eric, is to be able to just talk.
This might be the last time that I have some free time to chat. So I appreciate it.
So, Eric, I'm going to just kind of roll through here and just have some conversations with you, brother. And this is being recorded. We're going to be able to share this with our undergraduates and our members. So I'm just going to start real simple. What made you want to join Sigma Pi fraternity at Ferris State University?
Yeah. First and foremost, thanks for having me. When you guys asked me to come on here and chat, I gladly accepted, happy to. Always love to give back where I can. So, for me, going to school, so I went to Ferris from 06 to 11. And when I got to school, it was funny. Right before I even left high school, I had a teacher that said, whatever you do when you go up there, just don't join a fraternity. So you could see his reaction when I'm wearing letters in the weight room during summer break when he sees me the next year. So, but for me, when I got to school, I've always been a part of a team. I've always been a part of some kind of sporting event or sporting team. And for me, I really wanted to be a part of something that's bigger than myself. So got a chance to meet quite a few of the brothers there, and I'm still very close with quite a few of them still today. And so for me, it was a natural fit for me to join the brotherhood. And so I joined actually I think I pledged in my second semester of freshman year. So I didn't waste any time. For me, I wanted to be a part of something bigger than myself and join a team and the guys of, like-minded individuals.
And when you were there, because you guys are fairly young and now here you are a few years later, just kind of what is one thing as we look and get ready to talk about leadership and what you've done with your career, what is something that you think that you learned by being in the chapter, especially a younger chapter, that helped kind of propel you for after you graduated?
Yeah, the biggest thing I'll say is just relationship building. So we are founded in 03, and I joined in 07. And so, for me, I'm 4 years. I'm still, when I was pledging, still had our founding fathers there. And so, I'm having, conversations and learning from them and building a relationship with them. But I think overall, it's the art of the relationship. No matter what I've done, in my career, it's been, having to develop a relationship, having to, nurture that relationship and maintain it. And so that was really big for me. And along with relationship building, it was all the skills that are necessary, right? Whether it's the art of leading, it's the art of following, it's the art, being able to network and carry yourself in a professional manner. So, everything that goes into relationship building there was really crucial for me.
I think that's a key thing, because a lot of people don't really realize it's I always try and tell undergraduates, it's not a lot of times how much you know. It's can you talk to people? Yep. Can you go up and have a conversation? Because it's a lost art, and I think COVID has expanded upon that. Yep. How do you see as Eric, you've had a great career already. So could you share with everybody maybe just a little bit of your matriculation from college where you are now and what that looked like for you?
Yeah, definitely. So, at Ferris, I graduated in 2011. And from there, I came down to the Pacers. And so I joined in entry-level ticket sales here. Didn't really know exactly what that was going to be, but I knew, I enjoyed that aspect of, talking to people, having conversations, and being able to, put an idea forward, have someone else buy into it. And so, was able to do that from 11 to 14 between entry-level ticket sales and group sales. And then from there, and everything you said was correct. So everything you said about my past was correct. So I actually got connected through one of my mentors to go work at the Philadelphia 76ers. So I joined HBSC in 2014 as a entry-level leader, and was there for about 3 years with the Sixers, and then switched over to the New Jersey Devils, which they're owned by the same company. And so I was there for another year. So 4 years in total. And then, like you had mentioned, I am married, and my wife's from Indianapolis. And so, when you take a Midwest girl out of her house and put her on the East Coast, she's going to want to come back at some point. But we both wanted to come back. So I had a chance to go to the University of Notre Dame and work there as their senior director and vice president of hospitality and ticket sales from 18 until 19. So almost about 18 months that I was there. And then we really wanted to get back after the birth of our daughter. Really wanted to get back down here to Indianapolis. I mean, this was just a city that we met, city we love. It is a very, very, very good sports city. So if for those who have not been here, I would highly recommend coming to Indianapolis. And so for us, we wanted to get back. So I came back and took a leap down to go work for Indy 11 and the United Soccer League here. And so never worked in soccer before, but hey, if it got me the opportunity to come back here, it was a good opportunity. So we came down here. Was here about 2 years in that role. I mean, after 6 months of getting here, that's when COVID hit. So, everything hit the fan. We were projecting, very high and doing some great things with the organization. But then obviously COVID shut everything down. But ultimately, when I got back here, May was 10 years in the industry and in sales. And for me, my goal in the long run is hopefully be a chief revenue officer. And in order to do that, especially in the sporting realm, you got to have the ticket sales, the leadership, and the sponsorship side of the business. And so the one thing I'm missing is sponsorship. And so for me, been able to network and build relationships over the past year and a half, 2 years, to be able to come back over here to the Pacers. And so, lucky enough to get a job here about mid-June to come back and start. And I've been here for almost 2 days. It'll be 2 months. And so I've been back here and been able to learn a lot and, focus on, bringing value to brands here, through the Pacers brand.
What, earlier, a little bit ago, you mentioned, that you didn't know anything about, soccer, right? It wasn't really your thing. You were with the Pacers and the Sixers, then you go to hockey.
Yeah.
And then from hockey, you go to soccer. And you kind of hit on a point that a lot of people don't think about. If I can dig into your mind a little bit, it's taking those risks into some unknowns, right? Maybe something that's not necessarily your passion. So what would you, if we had a group of undergraduates right now, what would be something you could mention to them about why you made some of those decisions in your career that's now helping you get where you want to be?
Yeah. So I look at my career path out of kind of three lenses as I look at it. I look at first people, culture, and opportunity. And so if it's the right people that I'm going to go work with and go arm in arm to achieve a goal, then checkbox. If the culture is right, not only just, being able for me to be able to grow and to develop and everybody around us to grow and to develop, but also can I contribute to that culture? And if I can contribute to that culture and positively move it forward, checkbox number 2. And the opportunity is like, where do I want to go? What do I want to do? Does this position help me with where I want to be personally and professionally in the future? And if I get all 3 of those boxes checked, then for me, it was, it's a no-brainer. And so I always look at those three aspects of it. And so everywhere that I've been, it's been those three have been able to help me. Most recently, it's been a lot, around personal as well too. So, when I was younger, I would go anywhere now. And it's so talking about my wife, she's like, yeah, you can go anywhere you want in a 60-mile radius. It's all right.
How it works as we get older and start having kids. And Eric, you were talking about like what you learned from relationship building as an undergraduate, and as you've maneuvered around, when you and I recently were together up in Indianapolis, that relationship part is also a thing that's helping you get back where you are. Mm-hmm. How have you found similarities and maybe some areas where you've been able to work on of what does relationships mean versus when you're an undergraduate to what it looks like nowadays?
Yeah. I look at it like I still have relationships with, people from college, mentors from college, and all the way through here or to where it's at now. But for me, as I look at relationships, it's being genuine, it's being, authentic and creating those connections, those people to people connection. That was one reason why I was, recruitment chair, when I was in college. It's like, how do you build those strong connections with individuals? And honestly, I think, I use that every single day when I'm here. And so whether it's personal, professional, collegiate, or professional, doesn't matter. For me, like I really believe that has helped me evolve to where I'm at now, where, it's not only just building the relationship, but it's also maintaining it, right? Like you can talk to someone this year, but if you don't talk to them for 3 years, is it really a relationship? So it's like, how do you nurture that and do it in an authentic manner where you don't want anything. You're being able to develop that relationship and you may be able to call on it, or they may have you in mind when something comes up in the future.
Thank you for joining us for this episode of the Owl Talk podcast. To learn more about the Leadership Speaker Series, just visit sigmapi.org/LSS. For everyone listening, make sure to hit subscribe and please leave a rating and review on your favorite podcast platform. And as always, I believe.